again to Patugi Points. This episode, as in the previous episodes, we look on a light-hearted manner. The happenings, recent happenings, particularly on social media, whatever has been shared, the clips, the memes that have been shared on social media, commenting on them and giving a bit of background stories behind those pictures. Welcome. And shall we look at road accidents? This time, road carnage, particularly among the public transport. And if you remember, there was a popular song, or there is a popular song, Dereva Kombo. You know, some people actually, the name of the song is Ajali Haikingiki, and it was made popular by Fundi Konde, but it was actually sung by a guy from Coast called Paul Mwachupa, and it was done way back in 1957. That is when some guys were being born, while others were still yet to exist. And what's interesting about Dereva Kombo, although people call the song Dereva Kombo, they don't know the story behind that accident, or rather behind the song. And we will look at it immediately when we come back after watching this clip, which shows or tries to explain that, as I say metaphysically, energy is never destroyed. Nothing gets lost in the universe. It's only transformed. Or as they would say in Kiswahili, bahati ya mwenzio usilalia mlango wazi. Literal translation would be somebody else's luck. Well, we cannot translate it correctly, but it says something like, somebody's good fortune is theirs. Don't expect similar thing to happen to us, to you. You have to look for your own way of fortune. So let's look at this clip where we see somebody's loss. And when that loss occurs, actually somebody or something else benefits. Let's watch. Yes, that is a Patugi point. You lose, somebody gets. As you can see, that dog must have been a stray dog, walking around aimlessly or just looking for food. This guy goes to deliver food or whatever they were delivering. Must have been food, because the dog picked it when it fell down and walked away, while the motorbike guy never knew what was happening. And so we come back to Dereva Kombo as we delve into accidents and road carnage. Dereva Kombo, actually Kombo was the name of the driver who was involved in that accident. As I said, it happened in 1957 at Likoni Ferry, Mombasa. This bus driver was transporting a wedding party to a celebration. But when they were crossing Likoni Ferry, somehow I think he lost brakes and the bus went into the ocean and lives were lost. And so since then, any driver who may not be who may be carelessly driving is called Dereva Kombo. And then the song was Ajali Haikingiki. But we know that some accidents can be averted. Now, looking at accidents and border accidents from border borders, they have actually increased in this year in Kenya. And in the first 3 months of this year, 2025, the number of fatalities has increased by 1,200 accidents. Border riders killed in 2024. Meaning, 2024, there were 900, or rather 900 in 2023. But now they've gone up to this year. They've gone the first 3 months. They've gone to 1,200. And the causes of these accidents include careless, reckless driving, common traffic violation, including speeding, riding on the wrong side of the road, overtaking improperly, and so on. It's also associated with a lack of proper training. Unaona tu mtu amejua kuendesha pikipiki, hana license, anajua tuko balance, then they jump into them on the motorcycle, and then they ride without having been tested. And so that's what has really contributed to the accidents. And here we want to check some clips. Of course, these riders we are going to see here are not actually border taxi drivers, but they are motorcyclists who, in their own ways, are enjoying themselves. And you can see how accidents happen. We'll see the first one driving hands-free, what his feet are doing, and then you can imagine what would happen if something happened, out of the blues, and he's there with his hands doing something else. Well, the other one is a rider who just you will see he's just having a good time, but while riding the bike, and you'll see what happens. These are not taxis; they're not border taxis as such. But then they are motorcycle riders. Let's see what happens. Yes, coming to a world report as we continue with the accident issue. Apparently, matatu have been given a bad name before, but apparently it is private vehicles that have been causing the motor vehicle accidents of late, and fewer accidents by matatus, meaning more and more the matatu driver may be careful, but then again, not all of them are careful. And we will see in the next clip where this one was not so careful. And it reminds me of those days before the new matatus, the Nissan matatus came in. We used to have the Peugeot 504 or 505, and they used to be on the Nyeri route. They used to go so fast, but they coined this tagline, to Nyeri or to hell. I think those who are old enough might remember that. But let's look at this driver, whom we can say he is a Dereva Kombo. Let's just watch.
I love you, I love you.
Stupid driver! Ni andu akuite man. Ora no ria rathia kimema yana. Yeah? Dereva iria marira kuragwo ici ciothe ici. Cihũrwo mbara cigicokagio cukuru.
Amenya kugetia andu igana
ii. Amenya. Ona uri ukethinĩkĩrĩirie hau na nderenda tambũra-inĩ. Na mutheri uyu ine. Na nĩ akũmĩki. Ndakĩmĩki nĩ wana. Akuĩte andũ. Ũrimũ.
Very bad.
Na ume andũ acio othe me toro matiramenya wana ũrĩa araruta. Cirenda kũhũrwo na thanju ici.
Serious.
Ta ng'ombe.
Mia.
Kwada kabisa. Shaitani.
Yeah, that, as you can see, is a Dereva Kombo, and you wonder what would happen. We don't know eventually what happened, because the guy who took the video, stopped where they stopped. We don't know eventually whether this car or this matatu arrived safely or not. And then imagine you are in this bus seated next to the driver. Suddenly the driver brakes so fast and violently, and you look ahead of you, you see you are heading to crash into the bus in front of you, and you have to act quickly before it crashes, because if it does crash, you will be history. What do? I think reflex action only will help you, like it did to this guy. Yeah, it was so fast. Sometimes you even don't see the guy jumping out. Can we look at it again in slow motion? Yes, that is a Patugi Point. And I think it's time to go in. It's time to go inward and talk about spiritual matters. After all, we are told we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience. Do you know that there are do you know there are between 4,000 to 10,000 different religions in the world? And the ones with the largest following includes Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Christians are approximately 2.3 to 2.4 billion, making it the world's largest religion. This number represents about 31% of the global population. So these 2.4 billion or something Christians are further compartmentalized or divided into 45,000, almost 50,000 denominations worldwide. And though this number can vary depending on the definition of the word denomination, if we don't count the different sects within. And because they are so vast and so different according to their cultures, geographical areas, and so on, each of them come with different and distinct way of worshiping. Like dancing for God, like this girl is pictured dancing for God during the last Rema meeting in Nairobi. Let's just have a look. Yeah, it reminds me of King David. King David is said to have danced until his clothes went off his body, and his wife was amused or amazed. And then we have different kind of worshiping, because God is sought in so many different ways. And let's see how these guys do their worshiping or praises, or what you would call it. And so we talk about baptism. Some things are baptism by fire or by whatever. And there are controversies surrounding baptism, which include the infant baptism versus adult baptism. Do you baptize a kid when he's small, or do you wait until they grow up and decide to be baptized or not? Or do you immerse when you are baptizing? Do you immerse people in the water? Or do you sprinkle water on their foreheads or pour water on their heads? So the validity of the specific baptism formulas and whether baptism is necessary for salvation or act of obedience is another thing. These debates often stem from different interpretation of scripture, tradition, and understandings of the theological nature and purpose of baptism itself. So guys, or rather, these guys we are going to see believe in immersion, and not only immersion, but also in infant baptism. And they do it in style, as we can see. And finally, how did it feel when you had that first kiss? As Google tells us, we checked it up online, how first kiss would normally feel, although we all have felt it, those who have had, those who have kissed or been kissed. But this is what we are told. First kiss experience is significant personal milestone that often involves a mixture of excitement, nerves, and awkwardness, and it's highly individual. While emotionally arousing event can be vividly remembered, first kisses are often not perfect, but rather a blend of new physical sensation and the emotional build-up, with the most important element being mutual comfort, respect, and clear consent between both parties. Yeah, so each one of us can express differently how we felt when we experienced our first kiss, or when you had that kiss with somebody special, particularly when they are new in your environment or in your world. And so we all express it differently. And how old were you when you had your first kiss? And how did it feel? Did it feel something like this? And did you act like this? And so, thank you very much for being here in this episode of Patugi Points. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, please do and share so that more and more people can come across these hilarious moments. Thank you until next time. Bye.
La 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 la.